Tonight by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, Victory Live, and Drip. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is John Williamson, MBE. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell from Arma, referee Dominic Conlon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black and silver. He scaled 12 stone, 3 pounds, 3 ounces. His professional record, 7 victories against 3 defeats. He has 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, please welcome El Apache, Juan Cruz Cachero. Cachero. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears gray with the white stripe. He scaled 11 stone, 7 pounds, 2 ounces. His young professional record thus far perfect. 4 fights. 4 victories, with 3 of his 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Coventry, here is the former 5-time amateur national champion, Aaron Bowen.
Okay, gents, spoke to you both in the change rooms. Watch your heads in close, obey my commands at all times, defend yourself at all times. Touch them up.
Well, here we go, first fight of the night in what is going to be a cracking night at the SSE Arena here in Belfast.
Second out, round 1.
First up, Aaron Bowen from Coventry takes on Juan Cachero. I'm pleased to say we have somebody who will have a keen eye on tonight's main event, Connor Walker. Connor, how are we doing? Very well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. But Barry, every time in his very short career we see Aaron Bowen on the card, we're very happy.
We have, because he comes to fights, and, you know, he's a good boxer and technically quite good, and, you know, obviously you can't be a top-class amateur and not be technically good, but also his appetite to want to get involved in a war makes it exciting for the fans, but also something that he's going to have to, you know, taper and understand as he gets more development in his career. He's going to have to hold that a little bit back a bit. Every now and again he gets involved. We saw it against James Todd, of course, when he got caught and was in a little bit of trouble.
But that is the best fight that we've ever called on before the bell, that's for sure. He was dropped early, Bowen.
Welsh, that's why.
Yeah. But James Todd, what heart and courage he showed in that fight. He was later stopped, though, in the 5th round of that contest with a lovely left to the body. And that's been his money shot. Aaron Bowen really works the body well with that left hand.
And the left hand's key for him, because even with the jab, he's not pretty much on the jab, because he's so tall and long for the weight. Every now and again, he just pours it out there, but it makes you reset, keeps you at that distance for him to let his hands go, so you're always fighting at his distance, and that's not an easy skill to do, is it, Connor?
No, he has got a good jab. I've sparred him, I've done some rounds for him for my last camp, actually, and he uses his left hand really well, just to set everything up.
That was a nice long left hook. He finished the combination with a right hand. He looks for that left to the body again. Aaron Bowen, that's his shot. He favours, really gets behind that right elbow, doesn't he, Barry?
Yeah, and no, we're looking at him now. We're looking for everything now. We're looking for faults, we're looking for things he does right, things he does wrong. And just there, again, you know, did everything right, stood a little bit too tall and got caught with a left hook. Again, so when you are close like that, it's about getting that right shoulder almost in line with the right shoulder of your opponent. That gives you the real turn for the left hook, but also keeps you safe if they want to throw a shot back.
As I say, Aaron Bowen, he has that brilliant amateur pedigree, represented England, bronze medal in the Commonwealth Games. Not that you need reminding, but we'll remind you anyway, that cracking fight against Taylor Bevan.
I commentated on that fight. It was unbelievable. Honest to God.
One of the best amateur fights you've seen.
I was telling everyone these two have to turn pro now, because they're both natural professionals.
Was that in Birmingham?
Yeah, it was, mate, yeah.
I think I was there, yeah.
Yep, Aaron Bowen just stalking his man, backing Cachero back into this neutral corner, looking for that right hook again. It's been a good, solid, fast start from the man from Coventry. You can still hear his supporters trickling in. Apparently sold over 200 tickets. They'll be happy with the start. their man has made.
That was good there from Bowen. Just a little subtle feint before he threw that 1-2. But again, then every now and again switches off and gets caught with the right hand. But as you said, Darren, good first round there for Bowen.
Sugar Goodson, King of the East End.
He has all the power. I want that.
He doesn't get to just walk in here and take everything I've built. I want to fight him.
If you lose, he'll kill you. If you win, he'll have you killed.
I will do my talking in the ring.
1,000 Blows, a new and original series now streaming exclusively on Disney Plus from $4.99 a month.
Champion, we see you in Riyadh last week, didn't we? Me and Barry in the burger restaurant, filling your boots.
Yeah, I was on the Diet Cokes in there, man. We had what an amazing experience, and you know, it's just give me a feel for hopefully one day getting out there, like every other boxer.
Do you know what? That's why when you go, whether you're on big bills or you go to big bills, especially when you're still active, that's what it gives you the appetite. Doesn't it? You want to be involved in a fight like that, and it makes that dream just a little bit more touchable.
Yeah, obviously I'm a boxing fan as well as a boxer, so I love getting out there and watching the fights myself.
We love watching you, Connor. We can't wait to see you in action again. Into the second round we go of this one in the middleweight division. Aaron Bowen versus Cachero. He just takes a left hook there from Cachero.
Again, just stands a little bit too tall when he throws the shots, and with that, then when you throw a left hook, your arm, especially your right arm, sometimes because you're trying to get leverage on the left hook, your right hand can just slip down a little bit every now and again. That's why that turn of the shoulder is very important, because it gives you the movement, but also it promotes you to keep your hands a little bit higher.
The sixth rounder for Aaron Bowen.
It's a bit different to the last fight he had, isn't it?
Yeah, Todd come out swinging, didn't he? Landed that lovely left hook.
It was an amazing fight. I loved it.
Yeah, it's good from Bowen, and that's patient with his work, and it's good to see. That's better, that little step back again. Try and come back a little bit lower, I would say, but at least he's thinking, adapting a little bit more, stepping back after he lets the punches go, and after he's the opportunity to fire back with more.
I think them body shots are going to start taking their toll soon. They're really sinking in.
Oh, another left to the body there. Right on cue, Connor. And he's been out the ring 10 months, Cachero. And this is good work. Starting to turn the screw a little bit, really turning the hip into these body shots. Here's Bowen.
That's good there. Again, but he steps back, he doesn't lean back, and when you step up with the back foot, you still got weight on that back foot to come back with another assault.
Yeah, you're just ready to fire, aren't you?
Yeah, lovely half a step back, and he just jumps straight back in. Doesn't have to travel too far and lets the 1-2 go again. Looking composed. Every now and again, Cachero just throwing that left hook.
That's good. And see, when he stays, it's good work. It's good right hand. But when he stays short, when he stays close, get short. You learn to roll under the shot. Even though you're tall, you can just bend your knees. You're able to get that movement.
And then you're just ready to fire straight away, aren't you?
Yeah, it always just, you turn your body into that natural position to throw.
Yeah, that was good with the right hand higher, just as Cachero threw the left hook, took that on the glove, and that's another lovely sickening left to the body, followed by a right hook for Aaron Bowen.
That's definitely his money shot, isn't it? That left hook to the body.
Just even though he digs it in, the movement, the smoothness of the shot as well, he gets the right angle with the punch.
Yeah, he really gets a good whip on it.
Just looking to slip inside the jab of Cachero there and throw the left screw shot. Oh, that was a nice right hand counter from the man from Coventry. Another solid round from Aaron Bowen.
without having to take too many punches back.
It is hard, Conor, you know, you'll vouch for this early on in your career. You've got that fire, that real desire to get stuck in, trying to contain that early and understand you don't need to rush. Quite difficult.
Yeah, obviously, starting your career, you just want to impress, and obviously, you come out all guns blazing. But realistically, what you need to do is you need to break your fighters down and just work your way into the fight.
And he's starting to do that, Aaron Bowen, certainly with the left to the body. Lots of pressure on that front foot. As I say, Cachero been out the ring for 10 months, so he'll be feeling this, no doubt, I'm sure. Obviously, travelled from the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires.
They're always tough as they come from Argentina, aren't they?
Yeah, I got walloped by one in 2010.
I remember. On tape here, yeah. Just got to keep that concentration up above, and that's important. Everything's going his way. He's enjoying himself, which again, learning from his lessons of the past. Keep that concentration.
It's just the odd shot. That right hand just grazed the target of Bowen, and it's just another reminder that you've got to tuck up after you've let your shots go. Looking for these shots to the body again. That was a lovely right to the body, wasn't it, Conor?
Yeah, it was lovely right.
The feet are good as well for Bowen. He's not allowing Cachero an escape route either. Just see him stepping across with that right foot there when he moves to his left, and then guiding that left foot across to the left as well. So he's just not giving him a way out here. I mean, so all that means, even when you're not throwing punches, your presence is putting pressure on the opponent, and that tires him out, making him overthink.
Oh, what a night we've got in store this evening. This roof is going to come off of this SSC arena. If you're watching at home, on the global home of boxing, DAZN, you're in for a treat. The weigh-in, the atmosphere yesterday was brilliant. As Aaron Bowen goes through the gears again, looking to slip inside that jab. Just missing with the left screw shot, but the work to the body, really effective and hurtful. That was a nice right uppercut. Really starting to up the tempo here.
He's just sucking up though, isn't he? He's just taking it all off him.
Again, and that's about, no, he's doing everything right here. Bowen. He's really some lovely work, and it's a nice little surprise uppercut. But again, we say it all the time, more than ever recently, changing the tempo, the pace of your shots. Because again, as you said, Cachero just, he can't avoid it, but he can read it, so he can tense up and he can sort of block a little bit and tense up for some of the shots that get through. But if you change the pace, slow it down or quicken it up, then it's harder to read.
Yeah, variation's so important, Conor.
Yes, mate, and I think once the opponent gets used to the power, you know, you're sort of fighting a losing battle, because you don't seem to get them out of there then. But if you just work your way in, like you say, change it, the speed of your shots and so on, you can hide the shots that are the ones that are going to cripple them.
But again, it's a good display. You know, I think, you know, again, he's taking the centre ring, he's the bully, and okay, he's in against an opponent who's got a decent record, I think, but still, you know, for the quality that Bowen is, you know, he should be doing what he's doing now. But again, it's just reducing the mistakes, and I think he's done that in this fight so far.
Yeah, and you're right, he is doing what he's supposed to. He's looking good, he's looking solid, looking strong, showing lots of good variation, not just in the shots that he's throwing, but in defence, moving his feet well, gliding out of range, and giving himself enough time to be able to fire back with the counters, as you can see here.
Yeah, and when you're an aggressive fighter, I know nothing about that, of course, but when you are, Conor should be saying this, you're going to have to take punches. It's inevitable. All punches take punches coming forward. But again, it's just, you know, you learn, especially in these other careers, when you've got guys who are covering up, what to do after you throw the punch is almost as important as the punch itself. So
do you agree? Do you agree, Conor?
Listen, you can't go swimming without getting wet. But what I will say is, see a fighter like this, he's only throwing the odd shot here and there. You can't. It's hard to time them sort of shots, and sometimes he thinks he's in a safe position, and then one will just get winged in. So it is hard, but like you say, you need to be polishing the edges and you know, just moving your head and obviously blocking your shots after you throw.
Well, still plenty of time left in this contest for Aaron Bowen to turn the screw and perhaps force a stoppage, but so far in the first half of this fight, Cachero, he's been comfortable, he's taken some heavy shots, but he's still there, doesn't really look that damaged, does he, Barry? And still offering something in attack, as we see there.
Yeah, and again, the hands are high, and, you know, the elbows are tucked in nice and tight, certainly after the first round when he took a few body shots, and someone got through, and he throws a shot now and again. And if he feels Bowen, if he starts to tire, then I think Cachero will get a little bit more adventurous, but not enough to really get out of that shell. So, again, changing the tempo of the shots, maybe shoe shining upstairs with 4, 5, 6 fast shots, just get those hands a bit high. Then you dip down to the body. He is feinty with that front foot now and again, Bowen, which is quite good, but maybe more of that and throwing off that a little bit quicker might just change up and break him up a little bit.
And if I was to say to you, Conor, maybe slipping through the uppercuts after the body shots, would you agree?
Yeah, I think when you watch the likes of Callum Smith, he just utilised his left hand absolutely amazing, and he'd drop down for the left to the body, making sure his feet are obviously shuffled over, and then he'd switch it to the uppercut and the left hook.
That's a great shout. And we're seeing there Bowen just starting to up it a little bit. That's a little lean back. You see the good footwork as well. Just varying up that lead hand. He's tucked up well, Cochero, you must say. He's taken majority of those hooks.
Nice little fake there from Bowen just before he let the shots go again. Again, still a good shot. Again, just that turn of the shoulders just opened up the whole new target for him.
One thing's for sure, and we see that against Todd, and as you go through the levels, Bowen, he's going to be in some cracking fights, certainly with fighters that are going to come and fight and look to upset the apple cart.
I think you'll see the best Aaron Bowen once he starts coming for the titles and things like that, and once the level of opposition start getting better, just because of he's a great fighter. Like I say, I've shared the ring with him, and he sets little traps really well, and obviously, like you say, he finds that left hook to the body beautifully.
You talk about, sorry, Barry, you talk about titles there. Linus Udofia is the English champion, fighting Christine Williams on March the 15th. The area champ is Troy Coleman, 13-3 from Burnwood. So, look, he's a few fights off of those. But we know for sure what we've seen already from Aaron Bowen. He's going to be in some really entertaining fights.
I can't believe he stays at middleweight. That's the thing. So I'm already looking at him and Bowen, him and Bevan.
Light heavy.
Somewhere down the line. I mean, maybe Bevan can get down to super middleweight. I can't see it because he's just full of muscle, isn't he? But imagine if them two could get close to a fight. It'd be fantastic.
I wouldn't mind seeing part 2 of that fight between Aaron Bowen and Taylor Bevan.
He is a massive middleweight, isn't he?
Oh, he's huge. I mean, whenever I stand next to him, I was a fair-sized middleweight, not many taller than me, and he towers over me.
I always thought maybe because he looks so slender that maybe he does need to go up a weight and bulk up a little bit, but they'll know what to do, and if he's comfortable at the weight and he's making it for now, then that's fine, but he's still young enough, he's going to fill out a little bit more, and I don't think he'll be able to stay for long. By the time he's fighting for titles, I think he's a super middleweight at least.
Yeah, because he's still young, isn't he? He's not too old.
But it's been a good display so far, I think. He's boxed really well, he's been patient with his work, and he's taking less shots as the fight's going on. Digging in the punch, and he's trying to break down Cochero, who obviously knows what he's doing in there. And he's fighting a guy with a winning record, Conor, let's not forget that.
Yeah, definitely. I just think he just needs to work the body, because this guy is tough as a cup. You can see that. He's just absorbing all the punches. He's just taking everything that's thrown at him. And nobody can take relentless body shot after body shot. So I think that's where he needs to go.
Yep, that
was a dig at me and you, that was, Darren.
Can he sink in the body shots with more accuracy and effect? Aaron Bowen, can he turn the screw? Can he get busy? Will Cochero be able to see out these final 2 rounds? So far, you would say he looks tough enough to do so. Just takes a nice right hook there, just leaning back on the shot, Cochero. Yeah, but he's earned his money tonight, that's for sure. The Argentinian. Tucking up well again. He's moving a lot to his left, Cochero. I think that's why he's looking for that right hook, Bowen.
I think he's just showing signs of whittling now, I think.
Oh, he did give me that right hand, wasn't he, over the jab of Cochero.
But I quite like it. I'm quite glad he never threw it, because he wasn't right for him. Again, he made the right movement, and Cochero just must have changed the angle, and he went, no, it's not ready, I'm not going to throw it, I'm not going to waste the shot. Again, that's just tidying your mistakes. I think it's been a really, really good performance here from Bowen.
Yeah, going back to the weight, he weighed 161 pounds comfortably. Look, he's just a pound over middleweight, so it looks like for now, yeah, he's massive, Conor. It looks like for now he's looking to stay at this division, but certainly got the frame and the height to move up.
I think do I remember right in seeing that this guy come in a little bit heavier as well?
Don't have the weight of Cachero in front of me, but I think that was the case.
Good pressure here from Bowen, trying to dig those shots in, and again changing the angle on that right hand straight, then he whips around the guard there, Cachero.
Yeah, he coming at 171 pounds, so 10 pounds heavier, Cachero, than Aaron Bowen, so you're correct, Connor.
And Bowen still towers above him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and he looks physically strong, hasn't he? He's put the heavier man on the back foot throughout this contest. You've got to commend the bravery and I guess the defensive skills, the know-how to tuck up and ride the shots from Cachero. Just takes a nice left hook inside though from Aaron Bowen.
Yeah, I think this is the best shape I've seen Aaron Bowen in. Yeah, look, here he goes now. He just loves to tear up, doesn't he?
And ultimately, that's going to be great for us, not so great for him down the line. That's the truth of it, let's be honest. You know, he's got to, again, to control that, I think. But the fact that it's in your locker, that you know you can have it when you want to have it, can ultimately be the making or breaking of you. Because in a hard fight, you want to show that steel, and if you've got the appetite to fight, then that can get you out of trouble.
Yep. There's an awful lot to work with for sure for Aaron Bowen. Still things to work on, but as far as entertainment value is concerned, this man's going to excite us for the remainder of his career, no doubt. That's 5 rounds in the bag, all going the way of Aaron Bowen. And again, a reminder of tonight's top of the bill, live on DAZN. The main broadcast starts at 7 p.m. Lewis Crocker, the local man, versus Limerick's Paddy Donovan. I've got to ask you, Connor, we'll talk about this a bit more before the bell segment, but who are you leaning towards in that one?
Honestly, mate, it depends on what day you ask me, because some days I'm saying, you know, Crocker has definitely got the power to stop him, but Paddy has also got the ability to outbox him. Whether he can do it for 10 rounds, that's another question. So I'm going to have to stay on the fence. It's an amazing fight, and I'm just going to say it could go two ways. I'm going to say Crocker stoppage or Donovan points.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus from predictions that I've certainly heard anyway. But here we go, last round on our first fighter before the bell. Aaron Bowen versus one Cachero, and it's been all Aaron Bowen. He's tried everything he can to force a stoppage here, but the Argentinian Cachero, he's been tough, he's been rugged, he's tucked up well. And like I said in that previous round, certainly earned his money.
Yeah, he had no issue value from it if you give him the right. And again, go in the distance. If it goes, he's still got just under 3 minutes to do the job here, Bowen. But go in the 6 rounds at the pace that he's set is not a bad thing. And also, it's been a good pace, but when you're dictating the pace, and Connor, you know this better than anyone, because you fight at a frantic pace, but it's your pace, isn't it? You make people fight at your pace, and you know it's hard. It's more comfortable for you than it is for them. Yeah,
exactly. I think that for me, I sort of just get into a flow state in a rhythm, and it just becomes sort of, you know, I sort of work effortlessly, really. As long as you put the work in the gym, I've got all the confidence, and when I go in the ring, I can do it for the rounds, if you know what I mean.
Is it a plan of yours though? Do you approach fights thinking, that's it, I'm gonna make this uncomfortable for my opponents?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, 80% of my opponents are all taller than me, and so that they obviously got the advantage of the range straight away. But yeah, I think that obviously my style's a pressure fighter, but with each fight becomes a new game, a different game plan. So it all depends on who's in front of you.
A lot of pressure from Aaron Bowen in that first minute and a half of the 6th round here, really trying to force this stoppage.
But he's trying to force it without forcing it, if that makes any sense, which again is another big improvement for him. That's lovely work. I think he's been really good tonight. Again, he's fought at a high pace and he's dominated.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and he's kept thinking, he's kept trying to unlock Cachero. Oh, that's a nice 1-2. He took his head off the line there. Aaron Bowen, he knows he's hurt his man, really putting on the pressure now. But yeah, there's been varied attacks.
Through the middle now, that's the good shot.
Yeah, looking for that right to the body, just caught the elbow of Cachero. Look at that right hook upstairs.
I think he's there for the taking now, as long as he can put them together in 3s and 4s. I think the gaps are starting to open.
Yeah, 37 seconds left in this final round. Can he find that one last big shot?
It's the uppercut that's going to open him up. Now, right uppercut through the middle, then work off that.
Oh, nice right to the body and rolling under the left hook.
What a tough man.
Yeah, extremely tough. I tell you what, he's probably lucky that he did have that extra 10 pounds on Aaron Bowen.
Yes, definitely.
Just getting backed up into the red corner and escaping. But back he goes. Final seconds here. At the end of our first contest on Before the Bell. It's been a good one. It's been all Aaron Bowen, but we can't take anything away from the Argentinian one, Cachero, who's thrilled, as you can see there, to hear the final bell. I'm sure he'll be impressed with the man he's just faced there. And you mentioned it, Barry. Look, Cachero came into this fight with a winning record, 10 pounds on him, you know, and if he was given the opportunity, I'm sure he would have tried to be on the front foot and let big shots go, but Aaron Bowen didn't let him.
It's very hard to do this, but he put a guy who's with a winning record, so you would suggest and guess that he came in with a bit of ambition. He put him in his box very, very early, Bowen, with the pressure and the jab, put him under pressure, made him a reactive fighter straight away, and he hasn't got the ability to be reactive, so Bowen then dominated Conor.
I think he just controlled the range, and every time you know, he stepped in, Bowen had something locked and ready for him, so he just sort of met him. Every time he'd step in and try and close the distance, he'd be met with an Aaron Bowen jab or backhand, so I think it's just, that was a sort of rhythm of the fight, wasn't it?
And I think, for me, that was his best performance. I mean, he's had some good stoppages, but I think for me that, the way he controlled it, the way he kept his discipline, his composure throughout, and the pace he boxed at, I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good, solid 6 rounds. Well, David Diamante is in the centre of the ring, so let's get the decision from our man, Mr. Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action here in Belfast, we go to Eamon McGill's scorecard. It reads 60-54 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Aaron Bowen.
Yeah, Aaron Bowen moves to 5-0, shutout victory against Juan Cachero from Argentina. I'm in agreement with Barry. Really good performance, done exactly what was required. Didn't get the finish, but a lot to like from the man from Coventry, and you can hear the crowd, the local crowd, the crowd for this man here, Bowen. So that is our first fight completed on Before the Bell. 3 more to come before we go to the live broadcast. Aaron Bowen, as you can see there, victor over Cachero. Jack O'Neill up next versus Mohamed Wacko. And this fight, Shauna Brown versus Elif Turhan. Do not blink, do not go to the toilet. That is going to be epic. And then it's the rematch between Rudy Farrell and Gerard Hughes. The first fight was a draw, and it was a really, really good fight, one we thoroughly enjoyed.
I'm a real fan of Shauna. I love the way she boxes, and I caught her with her last fight, and you know, did she go over to Australia? Was it Australia?
She did, the last fight.
She went and took that belt off the champion, didn't she?
And then we go to the main broadcast at 7 p.m. And what a card it is. Tommy McCarthy versus Stephen Ward. A must-win for both there. Then we go into the featherweight division. Kurt Walker versus Liam Woodstock. Crossroads fight, really good fight there. And this one here, our chief support, Craig Richards versus Paddy McCrory. That one promises to be a cracker. And then the main event, local man Lewis Crocker versus Paddy Donovan from Limerick. Final eliminator for the IBF World Welterweight title. Well, look at this crew. Conor Walker, British and Commonwealth champion. Barry Jones, former world champion. Not a bad card, is it?
Conor's on the phone to his agent. Can you step in at late notice for £1 million in Saudi?
Don't tell me. You don't have to tell me twice, mate.
Right, we will get back to the lads in a bit for more chat about what's coming up, but we are ready for our second fight on Before the Bell. So let's hand back over to Mr. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the SSC Arena here in Belfast, the action continues with a full-round super bantamweight affair. Now entering the arena from York, please welcome Mo Wacko.
And here is Mohamed Wacko, 23 years old, from Ethiopia originally, but now living in York. 1 win, 2 defeats. He made his debut in Scotland back in March, losing to then 1-0 Josh Fain, but stopped in the final round of that contest. Got his first win last June, beating Miles Casey over 4 rounds. So he'll be looking to get back to winning ways after a defeat, after that victory. Mohamed Wacko.
And now entering the arena, please welcome the undefeated young charge fighting out of Belfast, Wacko, Jack O'Neill.
And here is local man, Jack O'Neill, 24, from here in Belfast. 3-0 as a professional, and the 3 fights that he had, 2 have been at the SSC Arena, 1 at Ulster Hall, and now he's back in this tremendous arena. And he's sold some tickets, they're making themselves heard. Lots of talent, Jack O'Neill. Let's see how he performs this evening on Before the Bell.
He looks very relaxed, doesn't he? And what a show to be on for your 3rd fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the SSC Arena here in Belfast, live on DAZN, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, Victory Live, and Drip. Introducing your 3rd man in the ring at the sound of the bell from Arma, referee Dominic Conlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears blue with pink and black. He scaled 8 stone, 10 pounds, 9 ounces. His professional record, 1 victory against 2 defeats, originally from Ethiopia, but now fighting out of York, England. Please welcome Mo Wacko. Wacko. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the black, blue, and gold. He scaled 8 stone, 12 pounds, 2 ounces. His young professional record thus far, perfect. 3 fights, 3 victories, 1 of them coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Belfast. Please welcome Wacko, Jack O'Neill. O'Neill.
Okay, gents, spoke to you both in the changing rooms. Watch your heads in close, bear my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, good luck to you both.
So here we go, 2nd fight Before the Bell. And it's between 2 Wackos. Wacko, Jack O'Neill, and Mohamed Wacko from Ethiopia, now in York. As we say, 3-0, Jack O'Neill as a professional, fought on 3 good cards, as you mentioned. Connor, see Ray, and Mark Ginley in the corner, Mark Dunlop, all looking after young Jack O'Neill.
Good right hand there from O'Neill. Nice high guard, punches nice and straight and correct. The feet are good so far.
He was out last month, stopped. Luke Flash in the first round, his first stoppage. Feels he needed a couple of fights in the pros.
He's using that jab well. He's just changing the angle of it and changing the speed, and it's just setting up the other shots.
And also, when Wacko just retreats a little bit, if he drops the hands, he jumps in, doesn't he? But he jumps in behind long shots there, O'Neill.
Oh, nice 1-2 from the local man, and dropping a jab downstairs. Oh, nice right hand.
Lovely feint there, didn't he? Just wandered that left hand in front of the face there of Wacko before he let that right hand through.
It looks like he holds a dig for his weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, the last fight was his first stoppage, and just said he needed a couple of fights in the pros. Yeah, the heads come together there. No complaint from O'Neill.
Just a brunt of it though, didn't he, O'Neill there? Nice, isn't he? A nice boxer, O'Neill. First time I've seen him, man. Like the way he moves, like the way he commits to his shots as well, because he's so tall as well. He can punch from further out.
Yeah, looking to feint and unlock and find openings on Mohamed Wacko. Looking for that right hand over the jab. Switching to southpaw.
It's wild. I've never heard of a name of Wacko, and they're both from opposite sides of the world, and they're both named Wacko.
The Wackos. Wacko Jack O'Neill. Mohamed Wacko.
Don't confuse yourself, no, Darren. That's a good jab there from him. Just Wacko coming forward there. The Wacko in the blue shorts. And then just stopped him with the jab, didn't he? Just leaned over to the side, just whacked that jab in his face and make him reset.
Holding the centre of the ring well, just avoiding the right hand that was coming his way from Mohamed Wacko. Yeah, looking to fire back, yeah, but that 1-2. He's moving and holding the centre of the ring well.
See, the right hand he throws O'Neill, it's not that fast, but the timing's so good. He always hits the target.
Yeah, it's fluid, isn't it? It just moves and it just it works for him.
Nice rhythm to it. Going to be like a boom boom. It's very accurate with it.
Yep, good opening round from Jack O'Neill, the local man from here in Belfast.
Darlings, Aunt Helga. Futuristic scooters, old school website. Relax, web upgrades, I own them. Better design, e-commerce and smart AI. Now you're fit for the future. I scoot off now. Your digital partner, Ionos.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds 8, round 2.
Second round here at the SSE Arena in Belfast. His local man, Jack O'Neill, who takes the first round, boxed nicely. We see him switch from orthodox to southpaw and landing some good 1-2s in his fourth rounder of his career. Looking nice and composed, Barry.
Yeah, actually, in turn of the southpaw was the only thing I didn't like. I mean, everything else, no, obviously, I'm not a massive fan of it. I know people do it now more naturally than they ever could before, but I mean, when everything's working so well from your natural stance, just stick to it. Sometimes you can overthink things, can't you?
Yeah, 100%. I think he can use his, you know, his height and his range a bit better. Obviously, he's pushing the pace, which is working for him, yeah, but the Wacko from Ethiopia, he sort of falls over his front foot, and he could time him coming in.
To switch in to southpaw again, look at that left hand. Just taking his head off to the right-hand side to try and look for the right hand after. Good pressure again, but Wacko just spins off the ropes nicely to the centre of the ring, looking to land a left to the body himself. Yeah, that was a nice shot to the body from Mohamed Wacko.
They're by design here for O'Neill. He's taking more shots, but he is trying to get close and trying to be a little bit of a bully in here.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's the right tact. I think he can do it. He can do it with long shots. I don't think he needs to get close. But you understand why he's trying to do that. Just trying to be intense, isn't he?
Yeah, really biting down on the gum shield, landing some big shots. He started with the right to the body, looked for the left uppercut. Credit to Mohamed Wacko. He covered up well and avoided those shots coming his way.
I'd like to see him put them together now in like 3s and 4s. It's sort of it's normally it's a 1-2, 1-2, and then it's like a 1-shot, 2-shot. I'd like to see him put 3 shots together now.
Yeah, can he go through the gears? Can he up the tempo with more flurries of shots? The 1s and the 2s have been good. There seems to be a cut at the top of the head of Jack O'Neill. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it's just high though, and it looks as if the blood's streaming and missing the eyes down the side of the face.
That might be an elbow or something maybe, because that's right on the top of the head. But just before that, Wacko landed a nice little short right hand. Whether the elbow followed it through.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood streaming out of the top of the head of Jack O'Neill. Thankfully, we're all wearing dark colours here at ringside.
Thankfully, I've got to take this back. Pick up the tags in it.
Oh yeah, look at the blood streaming down the face of Jack O'Neill. That's unfortunate because he's boxing nicely. I'd like to see in the break what exactly caused that.
It's going to need some work, that
cut. But yeah, you can just see the blood spraying out the top of the head.
There's still got some good composure here. O'Neill, it's not a bad round for him.
It'll be interesting to see how he...
Every time I died, wow, they just printed me out again. And everyone asks, what's it feel like to die?
Our survival is in the balance.
I got a job to do.
Mickey 17.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too bothered, Jack O'Neill. It's only a bit of blood.
Second sight, round 3.
It can really put you off once it starts going into the eyes and your eyes become blurry. You just got to fight through it. It's the bottom line, isn't it? You can't just call time out and have a 10-minute breather.
But it can make you rush your work, can it? It can make you start making mistakes, and that sometimes can allow your opponent in. Plus, when you see blood on someone else, or a bruise or a swelling, for some reason it gives you a jib, doesn't it? Even if you're not winning the fight.
Of course, it gives you that second win. You can see a route to end the fight then, can't you?
Yeah, sure.
And he's looking to hold his feet a little bit more. Mohamed Wacko looking to jump in there with a double jab right hand. So as you say, Barry and Connor, has he been spurred on by the injury of Jack O'Neill? But Jack O'Neill just changing to southpaw again, just poking out that jab. Back to orthodoxy goes.
But he has a good shot there from Wacko, nice solid jab. But O'Neill, he goes back to what he did in the first round. He has a path to victory. He has the keys. He knows what to do. You just got to take it a little bit slower.
Yeah, with the right hand just behind the left shoulder of Mohamed Wacko. Well, it did the hand, I guess, but it wasn't a shot that certainly didn't hurt Mohamed Wacko. I'll tell you what, though, it sent him about 10 foot over to that red corner, and you're seeing the blood again just stream down that left side of the face of Jack O'Neill as he tries to go through the gears and get the job done here.
He's targeting that head now, isn't he?
Good shot there from O'Neill. Yeah, he is a little bit. But again, this is where O'Neill's got to stay calm and focused here now. It was a good shot he threw, but it hit him on the arm, so the weight and the balance hit him over. But just not rushing work now.
You can see it's just trickling into his eye there.
Yeah, just dabbing away at that left eye, just as you say that, Connor.
Just keep those shots long, get behind the jab again, and just everything like that. Move the feet in and out, don't engage with Wacko, and you can skate home there, free.
That's it. He's got the height, he's got the reach advantage. He can, he can control the distance and just win the fight.
You hear it a lot. You learn from your misfortunes, and this will be something that Jack O'Neill will be able to say he's dealt with as an experience, one you don't necessarily want to have, but you can take confidence away from it, I guess, that he hasn't really been affected by that cut. He hasn't lost his way or his shape, as you say, Barry. He hasn't lost his composure.
And even some of the things that, when he gets involved, I think if you stand in front of Wacko will give you a good little fight by the looks of it. He likes to fire back, but when he's been getting caught, or even the clash of heads, it's been mainly because O'Neill's wanted to trade. So you learn from that. So it's not, all these things are good lessons for him, except for actually the damage that the cuts caused. He's boxed well, and when he tries to engage too much, he's been caught or cut.
Yeah, like you say, he's took a few boxes here, and you can say he's dealt with a cut and he's pushed on.
Yep, just dabbing away at that left eye as he walks back to his blue corner. Ray Ginley and the rest of the crew just going to get to work, and there's that knockdown, Barry. Just catches the left shoulder, doesn't he, of Mohamed Wacko.
Yeah, when Wacko was throwing there, he's bringing that arm back and just leaning on the back foot, so I think just the momentum of his own weight plus the weight of the shot there just threw him over to the floor. But he skidded across the canvas, to be fair, so if that would have been on the chin, he might have been in trouble.
It's a 10-8 round, so, he's just got to take it and run with it.
Yeah, he's in control, Jack O'Neill. The only blemish, of course, is that cut on top of the head. 10-8 round. 1 to go here. Does look calm and composed.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Mohamed Wacko in that red corner as he stands up, ready for this final round.
Second sight, fourth, final round.
Yep, 4th round we go here at the SSE Arena. Jack O'Neill, Mohamed Wacko, 2 Wackos as we pointed out. Jack Wacko O'Neill, Mohamed Wacko from Ethiopia.
He's just got to go out there and win now, isn't he? And not listen to the crowd and try and impress. He's just got to get this W.
And like always, box to your strengths. I think that's the thing you learn very quickly, isn't it? What you do well is what's going to win you the fight. Not always trying to please the crowd. What you do well wins you fights.
Yeah, it shows maturity as well. Obviously, at this stage in his career, I think he's 4 fights in. He'd do well just to see the win out.
A nice movement off of the ropes from Jack O'Neill. Just turning Mohamed Wacko. But there's Ethiopian getting to work, landing some good shots to the body. He's been game, he's tried. He's been second best. I think it's been the accuracy from Jack O'Neill that's been the difference in that department, certainly.
Yeah, certainly the first 2 rounds. That 1-2, I said about the right hand not being really fast, but the timing was really good on it. And as you were saying, Conor, he said if he just runs rhythm through his work, and I think he could have just done that throughout the whole fight. I mean, it's been a good performance, I think. That cut is... how many times have we all clashed heads with fighters and nothing happens? It's just sometimes just a bad luck, isn't it?
Yep, in the southpaw stance again. Low hands trying to draw out the lead of Mohamed Wacko, who's not taking the bait. It's a big overhand right, is the Ethiopian. Couple of chopping, short shot inside from Wacko. Moves his feet nicely out of range. That's a nice jab to the body from Jack O'Neill. Head's coming close again.
Body shot there from Wacko, a bit low.
Just over a minute to go in this final round.
More adventurous here, though, isn't he, Wacko? Having a little bit of a good go here in the last round.
Yeah, just walking forward, Jack O'Neill, not really throwing a great deal. Nice high guard, though. Oh, just missing with the left hook. Good footwork from Mohamed Wacko.
Yeah, he's asked some questions tonight.
It's been awkward in this last round, Mohamed Wacko. Dived in with a few shots, he's moved, varied up his work. I mean, you have to say this is his best round.
Yeah, it is, but also O'Neill's sort of got rid of the jab. He stopped using the jab, he neglected it. I think that's allowed just Wacko then to fire, because all the exchanges are a little bit closer to the target than they were when O'Neill's using that long left hand.
Yeah, he was just putting that rhythm, wasn't he?
Both exchanging jabs there. Mohamed Wacko just missing with that right hand. Chopping down with a shot. Oh, he lands a nice right hand, almost out the southpaw stance himself.
Jab as well there from Wacko.
Yeah, it's been a good final round from Mohamed Wacko, but a good performance in the 3 previous rounds from Jack O'Neill. He suffered a terrible cut from a clash of heads. They've done well to stop the bleeding. He was confident. He was switching from southpaw to orthodox and back. You go back to the gym, what are you asking of Jack O'Neill?
Well, for me, I think, again, fight management. It's a bit too early to talk about fight management, I think, at this stage of your career. But it is about, you know, look what you did well. Look, when you were dominant, look what you were doing well. And that was the nice jab and the nice 1-2. And then when the fight got harder, you started to get involved with it more. And that's when it started to be even more uncomfortable for you. Even though you were dominating most of it, even the exchange in close. You just brought the guy into a fight that you didn't need to bring him into. But apart from, I think it was a decent performance for his, what's that, his 5th fight? That's not a bad little showing, I don't think, from O'Neill.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action here in Belfast, we go to Eamon McGill's scorecard. It reached 39-36 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Wacko Jack O'Neill.
Well, Wacko Jack O'Neill moves to 4-0 as a professional. And it was a good test. Mohamed Wacko, the second of the Wackos, had a good final round. Suffered a terrible cut on top of the head, Jack O'Neill. But as we've said, a good experience in the bag. One you don't necessarily want to have, but he's got through the contest. See Ray Ginley there. Brother Mark in the corner. 2 good fighters themselves. He'll look to get that cut healed on top of the head and get back out as soon as possible. As we've already said, been on 3 really good cards, 2 here at the SSA Arena, 1 at Ulster Hall, and then back here at this arena. So yeah, it's another win for a local man. Jack O'Neill looks good. We've got 2 more brilliant fights to come here on Before the Bell. Yeah, we've got Shauna Brown versus Elif Turhan. And let me tell you now, I guarantee you, and I'm not sure if you've seen Turhan, we know Shauna Brown, as you said, Connor, fought in Australia last time. Elif Turhan, Eddie Earn alluded to me that she has been sliding into his DMs for the last few years, desperate for an opportunity. And we are ready for that contest, just as they do some work to the canvas, a little bit of clean-up after that cut to Jack O'Neill. But the next voice you will hear after mine is our MC, Mr. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen from Belfast, it's now time for a 10-round lightweight affair. 2 undefeated fighters going head-to-head. First to make a ring, please welcome the Golden Turkish Warrior, Elif Nur Turhan.
And here is Elif Turhan from Turkey. She is a real handful, 29 years old, 9 wins. And the impressive thing about those 9 wins, 5 of them have come via KO. She's in your face, she's game, she's no nonsense. And as I said, been desperate for an opportunity like this to showcase her skill, her desire, her intent. She's going to leave absolutely everything in the ring tonight against Shauna Brown.
With that record and how Shauna fights, it's got all the makings of being a good fight.
And now entering the arena from Clonmel, Ireland, here is the undefeated Carrigain Queen, Shauna Brown.
And here is the extremely confident 5-0 Shauna Brown from Ireland. When I asked her yesterday in the hotel, what's the plan, what's the goal? She said to dominate the division. She believes she's got the style, the fight, the grit to go all the way in this game. She's a former amateur star. She actually fought Kate Taylor back in 2015, losing in the national final on points. She's won the Haringey Box Cup. And as I say, lots of personality, lots of self-belief. But this a real test in only a 6th contest as a professional against Elif Turhan from Turkey.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the SSE Arena here in Belfast, we're set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, Victory Live, and Drip. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this contest from ringside, all from England. Howard Foster, Ron Kearney, and Marcus McDonald. And at the sound of the bell, your 3rd person in the ring, referee Hugh Russell Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, she wears black with gold. She scaled 9 stone, 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Her professional record, perfect. 9 fights, 9 victories, with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBC International and WBA Gold World Super Featherweight Champion, fighting out of Istanbul, Turkey, the Golden Turkish Warrior, Elif Nur Turhan. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. She wears green with gold. She scaled 9 stone, 8 pounds, 5 ounces. Her professional record also perfect. 5 fights, 5 victories, with 3 of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Clonmel, Ireland, here is the Carrageen Queen, Shauna Brown.
Hey, boxers. Okay, boxers, spookers in the change room. You know what I expect. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Well, here we go. 10 2-minute rounds between 2 unbeaten fighters. Elif Turhan 9-0 versus Shauna Brown 5-0.
Second take, round 1.
Shauna Brown straight to the centre of the ring. With that long lead hand out the southpaw stance, forcing the naturally aggressive, no-nonsense Turhan.
Yeah, 2 girls here who like to be aggressive, like to come out and dominate the space, and it's only a matter of time for this turns into a bit of a firefight.
And then, like you say, with the 2-minute rounds, it just ends up being nothing but a war, does it? When you've got 2 fighters who come to fight.
Oh!
There you go, look.
Left hand there, she really loads up and plants. Oh! It's a huge left hook from Elif Turhan, and Shauna Brown does not know where she is. The legs are unsteady. She shakes her head. The referee's having a look, and it's been waved off. Wow. The first few seconds of the first round, they promised a huge victory here. They promised she was going to be a future star of the women's game. And boy, did she deliver.
The first left hook was fantastic. The second left hook, the length of the shot and the way she timed it beautifully was an unbelievable shot.
I think she come out with patience, and she didn't throw unless it was there. And look, that's the writing was on the wall once that shot landed.
I don't think Shauna Brown did anything wrong. She threw her right hand. I thought she moved back, actually, Shauna Brown. I think she sort of took a little step back, did everything sort of right, but she had such length on her first step took to Turan that she couldn't get out of the way, and obviously that wobbled her, but then the second shot, unbelievable.
Well, I say, she had 5 stoppages out of her 9 victories, and look, let's be honest, we don't usually see it in the females game. And let's look at these huge shots. There was one that stunned her first.
She takes a step back there, Sean Brown. There's nothing wrong, but it's a lovely shot, that is.
She just missed with it in the first sequence, and then and then she just caught it.
Look at the rotation of the hips and the shoulders. Look at her right shoulder is almost over her left knee, ready to turn into that shot. The technique of that is absolutely beautiful. It really is.
Incredible result, incredible victory. Like I say, she's been desperate for an opportunity, and didn't she deliver, Barry?
That in a weight class in women's boxing, which is arguably clearly the best weight class anyway, and and in the UK, if she places herself in the UK, it's a big fight for her.
Thunderous.
But who'd want to fight her?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's going to be the tough thing now, but luckily, I'm sure Eddie Hearn will have her back on his shows again, and it's the no-nonsense look on the face of Turhan. I know she's celebrating, she's got the Turkish scarf wrapped around her, but it's almost a look as if she knew that was going to happen.
Cold, that looks cold.
Yeah, that's the best word for it. Cold, stern, no nonsense.
But it's not just power, that was technique. That was really good technique. That's a great shot, a great finish. And catch it, if you've got power, we always say, make it feel it early. She did, and what a result.
Well, let's hand over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hugh Russell Jr. calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 47 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner by TKO. She's still undefeated, the Golden Turkish Warrior, Elif Nur Turhan.
With a Golden Turkish Warrior, Elif Turhan moves to 10-0 with 6 KOs now. We're going to hear from the victor, Elif Turhan, and that was impressive. I mean, that's how you make a statement. That's how you make all your persistent messages worthwhile. You can see again the cold, as Conor Walker, the cold look on the face of Elif Turhan. Thunderous fists. The right there, but it was the left that done the damage. Just posing with our MC, David Diamante, the Turkish flag there. She's travelled a long way. There's the team, the manager there. But yeah, we're going to hear from Elif Turhan now. She's with promoter Eddie Hearn and our reporter, the one and only Jamie Ward.
Elif, wow. Congratulations. Please just tell us what on earth is going through your mind right now after that.
Okay. Şimdi bu ilk maçı yaptın ya. Nasıl kendini hissediyorsun? Bu maç çok hızlı bitti.
Öncelikle herkese teşekkür ediyorum. Burada ev sahibi değildim ama hiç yabancılık çekmedim. Çok centilmen ve iyi niyetli insanlardı. Teşekkür ediyorum. Çok iyi karşıladılar.
First of all, I want to say thank you. I'm not here at home, but I feel like I am at home. Thank you very much for this home feeling for me.
Talk us through the final moments. It was the first left hand and then followed by the second one. Just talk us through the finish to the fight and what happened.
Diyor ki, mesela şimdi bu maçı başladın ya böyle olacağını biliyor muydun? Nasıl hissettin kendini?
Rakibimin savaşçı olduğunu biliyordum. Ben çok çalıştım. Zaten uzun süredir çalışıyorum. Rakibim savaşçıydı. Ona göre ben de güçlü başlamak zorundaydım. Bu yüzden güçlü başladım.
Okay, first of all, I know Shauna, and Shauna is a very, very great big fighter, and I know her, and I'm trained very hard for her, and here it is very good for my train, and she's coming. My tactic is very good opening.
What did this opportunity mean to you tonight?
Şimdi bu rakip için başka ne diyebilirsin?
Rakibim iyi, savaşçı. Biz kadınlar olarak dünyada boksu yapıyoruz ve çok daha iyi yerlere taşınacak. Eddie Hearn'ün aracılığıyla gerçekten kadın boksu çok çok yükseliyor ve ben daha da yükseleceğine inanıyorum.
Okay, this fight for her is showing that boxing for girls or ladies coming up, and we will show you that our fight is also good for ladies boxing, yeah?
Kadınlar olarak savaşçıyız ve savaşmaya devam edeceğiz. Şahuna'ya teşekkür ediyorum. Biz kadınlar olarak her zaman savaştığımızı göstereceğiz.
Okay, I hope this fight will show that the women boxing is also good for the fights, and thank you for Shauna that she was coming for me here.
Well, let's bring in promoter Eddie Hearn as well. Eddie, you said that Elif hadn't left you alone. She'd been desperate for an opportunity on this stage. What on earth did you make of that?
You know, probably for the last few years, she's messaged nearly every day, and the team just saying, one chance, just give us one chance. And you know, I've got to take my hat off to Shauna Brown as well, because this fight and you know, moving forward to eliminate her for the world title, she wanted the opportunity, she had the guts to take the fight. Elif took the fight on about 10 days notice, and you know, we knew about the power, both girls can punch. Shauna made the mistake, she got caught by a huge puncher, and you know, this is going to be one of the most exciting fighters in women's boxing now. You know, I think for a long time she's been avoided. We're going to move forward, and I think she'll become mandatory for Caroline Dubois for the WBC world title. It's a big, big fight, tremendous fight between two big punchers. And remember the name. That was a very, very impressive performance. Even when I saw the team backstage, they had no doubt. And to take the fight at 10 days' notice, you know, it was an incredible performance.
Well, let's final one to you, Elif. I mean, Terry Harper, Beatrice Ferreira, but Caroline Dubois, what do you want to do now? What challenge do you want next?
Okay, now we will train more. As of course, Eddie says, BBC World title is a big dream from Elif, and I hope we will see that we can do for this fight.
Does Elif have a message to the champions at lightweight?
Bir mesajın var mı diyor bu insanlar için?
Herkese çok ama çok teşekkür ediyorum. Burada kadınların ne kadar savaşçı ve güçlü olduğunu gösterebildiysem ne mutlu bana. Herkese çok teşekkür ederim.
She's very nervous and excited, but she say all the best for the all champions and do the best always win. Yes.
Okay, Elif, congratulations. How good was that? Well done.
Wow, wow, wow. That was impressive from Elif Turhan, who moves to 10-0. But coming up later in an all-Ireland top of the bill between Paddy Donovan and Lewis Crocker, and the Belfast fighter is keen to put on a spectacular performance.
Aye, bro, same high school food, mate. Aye, mate, yeah. And can I get the beard done too, bro? Like, always have to get a haircut when the cameras are coming, like, you know what I mean? Can't be rocking up with no haircut, like, even though I just got a cut, but...
Crocker's style was a very unique one. It's as high as you can go and as tight as you can get it without, you know, a mohawk. Basically, so you need to make sure it's... Hey, mom, the phone. There we go, man. Brilliant timing, man. Great timing. It's mental how you've just got this wee quiet gym, industrial estate, and you've got these famous boxers just walking about as it's done. It's mental.
My name's Crocker. I've had 20 fights, 20 wins. I'm from Belfast, Northern Ireland. It's from like a council estate, like the majority of Belfast, like just a normal upbringing, great parents, great family. They always pushed me in boxing, which owe everything to. My sister boxed. My sister and Kitty Taylor were actually the first two females ever in Ireland sanctioned to fight. So that's how I got into boxing. Even I remember when I was in school and got into a bit of trouble, and the teacher said to me, he says, well, what are you going to do when you leave school? I says, I'm going to be a boxer. I says, I'm going to be world champion. He says, but what if that doesn't work out? And I says, it will, sir. And I remember after maybe my third or fourth professional fight, he messaged me and he says, I'll never forget them words, fair play. Do you know what I mean? So that was always the goal. And I'm a normal guy, do you know what I mean? Trying to make ends meet.
What's the boy like you're fighting? Good, mate. He's from Ireland, So it is as well, like, so big fight, mate.
Without a doubt, I'm the heavier-handed guy, the bigger puncher in this fight. He's definitely underestimating me, which I'm not underestimating him.
Oh shit, fucker. Body. 1, 2 under.
I know what's going to happen on fight night. Like, I've everything visualized. I feel so good about this. The show's called Point of Pride, but it's one step away from the world title.
How much do you think about that?
A lot. He'll not be able to stop me or knock me out, for sure. Like, I'll beg down to the last breath.
Honestly, I cannot wait for that fight. That is going to be spectacular, as you can see at the bottom of your screen as well. Saturday, April 26th. What a fight that promises to be. Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. But tonight's top of the bill. Conor Walker, I have to ask you, what is it like fighting Lewis Crocker?
I think going into the ring, you know, before the fight, you hear all the stories about his power and this, that, and the other. And I know I can take a punch. But you always got that in the back of your head. It's like, you know, has he got this dig? And I think the second round, I think he caught me with probably the best shot of the fight. And I just absorbed it and I took his best shot, so I knew he couldn't hurt me. So once I realised that, I was happy to sort of stand and trade. But yeah, he's good, don't get me wrong, he's very good. But look, he also leaves openings and gaps for when he throws these big punches. So I think Paddy can definitely capitalise on that.
I know you've only been in with one half of tonight's main event, Lewis Crocker, as you pointed out, but who do you believe is the bigger puncher? Because when you look on paper, it's Donovan that has the higher knockout percentage.
I think it's precision power for Paddy. You know, Crocker can punch you on the glove and knock you over with his thud, but Paddy will find gaps. Shots are going to hurt you. Do you know what I mean? And pinpoint position. So I think it's different powers. I think.
Do you think he has to be in charge of the pace tonight, Conor?
I think what Paddy's going to do is obviously he's going to box him until, like he does with everyone, until they leave the openings. He's very patient, and that's obviously due to his trainer Andy Lee, which you know, he's a great trainer, and they have great game plans. And I think that what they do, they stretch it out, they make him miss and make him pay at the end.
What a fight that is. Later on DAZN, your global home of boxing. But we've got one more fight here on Before the Bell, so let's hand back over to our MC, Mr. David Diamante.
All right, Belfast, here we go with our next bout. 8-round super bantamweight, set to make his ring walk the undefeated fighter from Ballycastle, Gerard Short Fuse Hughes.
Well, here is Gerard Hughes, born in Belfast, now living in Ballycastle, Northern Ireland. And the first fight between the two of these was a bloodbath. It really was. It was an epic brawl that ended in a draw. Both, from what I've heard at the press conference and weeks before this, they're both extremely confident that they can find the correct path for victory this time and get their arm raised. Believe that he's got the skill, the ability to outshine Rudy Farrell this evening. Really looking forward to this one.
And now entering the arena, fighting out of Belfast, the reigning Irish Super Bantamweight champion, El Nino, Ruyan Farrell.
And here is the confident reigning Irish champion, Ruyan Farrell. We won that title last time out. Like Hughes, he believes he's got enough to get his arm raised in this rematch. Lots of confidence from this man in the build-up. Feels this is his time. He's learned more from that first fight. That first encounter, as I say, the savage encounter between the two of them. I think this is going to be more of the same, as you hear all the time. Round 13 in this instance. Round 7, the first fight was a 6th round of this, and 8. Bragging rights, pride on the line, similar to tonight's top of the bill. From here, sorry Connor, in Belfast, it's a good rematch this.
Yeah, I remember the first fight. I'm just going to say that, what a ring walk that was. He's embracing it, and you know, fair play to him. There's no better feeling than walking out, man.
Yeah, agreed. Or probably that of walking out a victor. But it's a close second, that's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the SSE Arena here in Belfast, live on DAZN, we are set to go with a special Super Bantamweight featured attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Everlast, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom, Victory Live, and Drip. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, from Belfast, scoring referee Eamon McGill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the Super Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears gray, black, and gold. He's scaled 8 stone, 12 pounds, 3 ounces. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional, with a record of 5 victories, no defeats, and 1 draw. He fights out of Ballycastle, Gerard Short Fuse Hughes. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with gold. He's scaled 8 stone, 11 pounds, 7 ounces. Professional record, 6 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Belfast, here is the former Celtic and the reigning Irish Super Bantamweight champion, El Nino, Ruyan Farrell.
Gentlemen, I spoke to both in the change rooms earlier on. I want a good, clean fight and protect ourselves at all times. Any questions? Let's get it on.
But here we go, a rematch in the Super Bantamweight division between Ruyan Farrell and Gerard Hughes.
Second fight, round 1.
Who's going to find the path to victory this time? The first fight, a very good fight, as I said in the intros, a draw. 2 capable fighters. No doubt this fight will deliver again, Barry.
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely a good right hand there from Farrell. Good start, but I think he had it in the first fight. For Hughes, he just got a little bit quicker on his feet. I think that was the downfall for him in the first fight. I think just good shot selection and did well, but just a little bit more flat-footed than Farrell. I think I was giving Farrell the edge in some of the rounds. So if he can start a little bit faster,
good work from Farrell. He's had 2 fights since. that draw against Crocker, and like I say, the second of the two. He picked up the Irish title, so full of confidence. And for Hughes, he's not fought since that draw. Been out the ring nearly a year. It's a timing distance. Maybe a little short, Connor.
Yeah, I think you know, activity can be key, and I think, like you said, the man there, he's had 2 fights since he hasn't had none. I think that could play a big part in this fight.
Established the jab well here, Farrell. That was good little left hook there from Hughes. Not a lot on it, but at least he's trying to time Farrell coming in. But Farrell just keeps that nice jab, nice and long. And still be aggressive and come forward. If we just walk behind the shot, don't walk into the shot.
Is there a way? I'll ask you both the question. Is there a preferred way of approaching a fight when you've been out the ring for almost a year?
For me, I think you've got to try and start quick, because you've got to getting used to having punches thrown at you, almost taking a shot. You want to sort of get back into it as quick as you can.
I think probably the opposite. I think you got to work your way in, and you know, just try and make them work a little bit harder in the opening rounds, and then obviously pick it up as the rounds go on.
Yeah, see the reddening of the face of Hughes already. Not been caught properly on it with these 8-ounce gloves for, as we say, over a year, but he's starting to heat up nicely this contest.
Good off the break there from Farrell. Again, the referee didn't call break, but it just create a little bit of space and a little nice 3-punch combination. But that's the punch that's going to win the fight, because it's that jab, that long jab, just make Hughes walk into it.
Yeah, it does have a reach advantage. Farrell sort of pours out the jab. Fairly decent variation with the shot. Using his feet well. Just looking for that right uppercut. Hughes desperately trying to get close to try and rough up Farrell.
I think Farrell's controlled that round and found his rhythm straight away.
Yeah, landed a couple of nice right hands. The jab, as Barry's pointed out, has been an effective weapon. Yep, good opening round. Rudy Farrell, the more composed, relaxed out of the two. Got into his groove nicely, but Hughes is looking to get close. He's looking to rough up and make a real fight out of this.
I think Hughes would have gone back to the corner and had a telling off there. He just needs to relax and start letting his shots go.
A real tense moment this for both. Northern Ireland clash.
Hughes got to get smaller. When you got a tall fight, you want to get underneath that reach. So just get up, make it hard to reach, make him punch down. Just get a little smaller, a little more on the balls of your feet, and try and explode into your punches.
Yep, stepping in with a double jab. And then a pause before he throws that right hand. Good footwork from Hughes, just gliding out of range, missing that right to the body. Coming his way from Farrell. See the reddening of the face already from Gerard Hughes.
Got to double up the punches with Hughes. I mean, Farrell missing, and through a single jab, he's a little bit out the range because of the reach of disadvantage, but you've got to double up and make that front foot, stab with that front foot, make it a little bit faster and more dynamic.
You've got to close that distance when you haven't got the height advantage.
That first fight of theirs was at the same arena where they are at now. The SSE was on the undercard of Michael Conlon, Jordan Gill. To work the body, tying up Farrell, trying to push off his man. Just to get those long levers into play, doesn't he, Farrell?
And he has as well. He's been able to establish that long left jab and just making, not no panic stations there for Hughes. He's just making Hughes walk onto the shots here. A nice little cuffing right down there from Hughes, but again, just a single shot. If he has, because when you box on a taller fighter, it's so hard to close the distance that when you do get close and you do land with a shot, you've got to feed off that. You've got to make it punch in bunches.
I can't help but make a real point of the activity that Farrell's had. Look, only the 2 fights, but 2 fights at decent level, picking up an Irish title, whereas Hughes hasn't fought, and it does take time. You know, activity, you know, Conor, so important.
Yeah, I think that's shown in the first round and a half now. He's just relaxed straight into it. And obviously, it's all going his way, isn't it?
There was a good jab there from Hughes. As Farrell came in, he just sort of just anchored on the back foot, just rammed that left hand out.
Just firing the jab up from the hip. Hughes just looking to turn it into a long left hook. Good defensive skills, good work from Hughes, but the slipping in, the sliding, the rolling under the right hand and the left uppercut, good work.
Just a bit tense, wasn't he, Hughes, and just a bit readable. Good right hand there again.
Yeah, it was, Barry, nice. Right hand at the end of the combination.
I think he could move his head a bit more. I think he's a bit static and a bit uptight. I think, you know, a bit of head movement and then punching off the movement might help.
Both getting to work again. Hughes just missing with the right to the body, but a nice left hook from Farrell.
Every time I died, wow, they just printed me out again. And everyone asks, what's it feel like to die?
Our survival is in the balance.
I got a job to do.
Mickey 17.
Take it easy, boy, a little bit easy, but throw more movement. Don't start moving your hands. Giving him time to tee off too much. You're not giving him too much time. You're in close, work them short body shots. You've been doing it in training.
Second tight, round 3.
It's been a good start to this contest and a good start for Rudy Farrell. And 3 has now become 2 because when nature calls, you just got to go, Barry.
That was, he looked at me and I said, listen, go and get me a sandwich, son. No, please don't tell him when he comes back.
We'll be joined again by Conor Walker. But back to this one. The nice long spearing hands of Farrell just backing up Hughes now.
Just found his range really quick.
He has, and good work inside from Rudy Farrell. Really got into his groove nicely.
Yeah, I think the difference for me is, you know, Farrell's nice and relaxed and loose. So you can see when he punches long, it's fluid, and when he's in close, he rips the shots in. And for me, Hughes just a little bit tense, and maybe that you know, contributes to why he's not moving his head, because I think he's a little bit tense around the shoulders and the arms. So he might just be wasting a lot of energy and just can't really unload when he wants to. You've got to relax those shoulders.
Yeah, and there seems to be a bit more variation in the work of Farrell, sort of spearing the shots up through the middle, as we see there with the right uppercut. Nice little shoe shine there to the body, head.
Just whipped that right hook across the body there, didn't he, Farrell? Lovely little shot.
Yeah, he picks his moments nicely, just piercing out a right hand and landing another one there at the end of the combination. Looking to get close, Hughes, but struggling to land anything of real note at the minute. You can't fault his desire, but it's the tidy boxing and the variation, as we say, from Farrell. Just doing the job well at the minute.
And his best round here, Farrell, just nice and just proper in his flow here, isn't he? Everything that he's trying works. Even though close area Hughes wants to get, he wants to push him back and work away, but it's Farrell who's more efficient inside. Punches are loose, then his combinations going. When they're at range, then again he's dominated with that nice little 1-2. And Hughes, just at the minute, is just a little bit too stationary, too easy to hit, too readable with his work.
Yeah, and he had a good fight, as we say, against Crocker, and that was in November for Rudan Farrell, and you're seeing it, he's just got the edge and timing and with his distance.
Good turn off the ropes there as well from Farrell.
Yeah, that was smart.
Not panicking under pressure, just nice and relaxed. Again, and that relaxing is such an important thing. It's very difficult to do when you're under pressure, but he's keeping relaxed all the time. Look how fluid and smooth his punches are.
That was a lovely little burst of shots, backed onto the ropes from Rudan Farrell. Couple of uppercuts, and he drops the left to the body. Good work.
And the movement of his body when he's up against the ropes is allowing him to find a different angle of attack.
Another right uppercut from Farrell. Really, really good round. I echo what you said, Barry. The best round for Farrell so far. Oh, nice right hand again. Hughes just walking onto the shot. What you, Conor Walker, you, what, 5 pounds lighter now?
Touch their body, get that lead arm down. Then the big back arm, left hook.
Two people I know well, Tony Sims, head coach of the man to his left, Craig Richards, in a very, very good fight, a must-win fight, you would have to say. Paddy McCrory there. They've both tasted what it's like to be in big, big fights. And a win here does help them on their course to get back in the mix in the 175 division. The defeat really derails that progress, but a brilliant fight in tonight's chief support.
Corners, 10 seconds. Second tight, round 4.
And into the 4th round we go. In this 8th round, they're in the super bantamweight division, and it's been 3 good rounds from Rudan Farrell. Just shown us a bit more, hasn't he, Barry?
Yeah, he's boxed really well. And that last one again, even more impressive, even more dominant than made Hughes look very, very stationary. Too easy to hit. Hughes has been so far tonight, and Farrell taking full advantage of that.
You can't fault the intent from Hughes.
Again, just got to quicken those feet of Hughes. Got to get close to the target, a little bit more dynamic, and then make the most of it and work away. Try the chopping right hand, but again, just a little bit too tense around the shoulders. Just makes him a little bit more readable. Good right hand there from Farrell, and again, nice and long. There's not loads of weight in those shots, but they're correct, they're clean, and they will take their toll.
Yeah, they're accurate. And they're shots that Hughes keeps walking on to. That's nice work. 2 uppercuts, finishes with the right hook.
And again, because I keep saying the same thing, because he's not loading up though, it's so easy for him to let those combinations go in bunches, throwing 3s and 4s. And then the last shot, just because you do that, you put momentum in your punches, and the last one gets a little bit of a whip.
He's really building from that good first 3 rounds, Farrell. He's building and improving with every second of this fight. It's the composure and the confidence that's really shining through.
He just can't let his punches go, can he, Hughes? Even when he's in close. Good body shot there from Farrell. Half blocked there by Hughes, but when they got through again, right hand.
Some blood coming down the nose of Hughes now. Face really, really red. He's taken a lot of shots from Farrell. As you say, not heavy, hurtful shots, but they're scoring, they're accurate, and they take their toll.
Yeah, they just slowly empty the tank, don't they? And also frustration. Good hook. Uppercut through the middle, I should say, there from Farrell, who's boxed so effectively off the ropes. Again, because he's allowed to twist that body.
Oh, that's better work from Hughes. I was just about to say he's smothering his work, but he just gave himself a bit more room there, and he landed some good shots. Can he build from that now?
Good jab there from Hughes.
Yeah, he come alive then, didn't he?
But he needed it, didn't he? He needs something now, and you got to make Farrell question what he's doing.
I think what he's done there, he's put him on the ropes, he's not giving him an exit, and he's just letting the shots go, which I think he needs to.
Yep, he's had a good end to this round, Hughes. The best moments of his career, but as I say, that Rudan Farrell lands a lovely reverse 1-2. But is this signs that Gerard Hughes is starting to get into this contest?
Yeah, it was a fantastic round again, wasn't it, from Farrell up until the last sort of 20 seconds. Again, nice and fluent, nice and loose with his shots, picking his punches really, really well. It's a beautiful body shot there from Farrell again, but always looking for another shot. Never happy just with the single shots. He's throwing in combinations, but then right at the end there, Hughes at last did what we've asked him to do, just throw punches in combinations, let your hands go when you're getting close, and had success because of that.
Connor, what would they be asking of their man, Gerard Hughes, in the corner?
I think more of what you've just seen here on the ropes. He's got to push the pace and not give Farrell sort of room to breathe, because he's just controlling everything, and he's got a good shot selection. And you know, if he's just standing on the end of him, he'll be there all night. So he's got to push, put him on the ropes, and not give him an exit.
Well, let's see if Hughes can build off of that good period he had at the end of the last round. Can he get close, as Conor Walker has asked for? Can he start getting those combinations off, or can Rudan Farrell just start keeping this long again and keep the shots popping out as he does there? Double right uppercut followed by the left hook.
I think he's got to use more feints, some more head movement, because he's just coming in straight lines. His head's just too static.
Yeah, just leading with the right hand there, Farrell. Again, showing good variation. Just confusing Hughes at times. He just looks for that right hand over the top.
So even as you feint your way in, just something to get in close, but then when you do, you've just got to work like he did. The only success he's had in the fight is when he let his hands go. No, I think that's what the corner should be telling, or would be telling him, I'm pretty sure, is just let the punches flow. Just throw when you're getting close, just let your hands go. Pick anything, it doesn't matter, but let him go, and build confidence.
He's done the right thing there, Farrell. He got backed up and he quickly grabbed hold of Hughes and just spun the man from Ballycastle. He works away nicely to the body. That's good work, and you can see it spurred on Hughes.
This is where he needs to be now, and just keep him there, and just show him the exit, but punch on the exit, and then put him back where you want him.
That's a nice right to the body. Just got round the left elbow of Hughes. Again, stalking his man, trying to impose himself on the local Rudan Farrell. Just smothering his work slightly. He did that in the last round, but he took a nice little step back in the previous round, but he's not able to do it. It was a good footwork from Farrell there, just skipping to his right, out of danger, and lands a lovely right hand and almost licks the ear. Who's there?
Yeah, he's been able to turn off the ropes really well in this contest, hasn't he, Farrell?
Yeah, he's just controlling it, isn't he? In 80% of the round, and then, you know, he just gives him the 20, this area here. You just need to give himself a little bit of distance, a little step back, and then let his shots off.
I think he's been encouraged at times, Farrell, by some of the good work that he has done when he's been backed onto the ropes. You'd argue that he doesn't need to be there, but for him, he's probably thinking, well, I'm having success wherever I am.
Only the last round in this round that he's suffered a little bit on the ropes. No, in all the other rounds, he's controlled it off the ropes.
Yeah, nice 1-2 there. Just took a little step to his left. You've got that right hand over the lazy lead hand position of Gerard Hughes, who just taps his head, trying to motivate himself into this contest.
As a tall boy, he's still quite good up close in range, isn't he?
He manages to find those uppercuts, doesn't he? He slips them through when you think he hasn't got the space to find the shot. He manages just to slide them through.
He uses that top rope as levers, doesn't he? He uses just to get a little bit of create a little bit of space, a little gap. Just leans on that top rope and then gets that uppercut through the middle.
Finishing with a left to the body from Gerard Hughes, but getting very close, but not landing anything. To trouble Rudan Farrell, who looks in control in this contest.
He's in control. You know, he's a mile ahead, and I think, you know, the pressure's on Hughes, you know, to really turn the fight in his favour. But you know, he's had a bit more success in the last couple of rounds. Not enough to win the rounds for me, but more success to put Farrell under pressure. But Farrell still finds an escape route, turns the throat beautifully, works away, and just busy all throughout. And the jab and the straight right hand has been fantastic for him.
He just looks to me, I don't know if you agree, Connor, that he's just oozing confidence. I think he really believed, and I think a lot did, that he won that first fight, and then to go and get 2 back-to-back victories, pick up a title in his last fight, he just seems to have that real self-belief.
I think from the walkout, you know, and he's carried it right through, and I think confidence, you know, it gives you success in the ring. And you know, like, I think with the layoff, the year out, you start asking yourself questions and things like that. So I think he's definitely, you know, he's took it by the horns and he's taking control of it.
Yeah, let's see if he can keep in control of this contest. Round 6, 3 more to go here in the super bantamweight division. And again, just working nicely off the ropes. Rudan Farrell just spinning Hughes, who takes a step back. We haven't seen too much of that. We've been quite happy, Rudan Farrell, just to move and lean on the ropes and fire off combinations.
Hughes got to win these next 3 rounds, and that still might not be enough, I don't think. So, you know, he's got to make a real turning point in the fight, a real statement somewhere.
I think he's, he could arguably win 1 round, you know, just from the sort of 2 flurries of punches that he caught him on the ropes. But other than that, it's been all foul for me.
Yeah, this is the time that he needs something sent from God. Gerard Hughes, a shot to really turn the tide of this contest, because...
Oh, do you know anything about that?
Oh!
do you know anything about that?
See, there's my segue. Look at that, straight into that.
What's that, mate? I don't know what you're on about.
It was a thunderous shot, wasn't it, last time out for you, Conor Walker? It's like you did it on purpose. You just caused the drama.
I was giving him them rounds to begin with. I'll give him them 9 or 10 rounds, however many you want to call it. But in all fairness, like I say, I've said it over and over again, it's a shot that we drilled, you know, day in, day out in the gym. So
there is no lucky shot.
That's right, mate.
There's no lucky shot. No, it is what it is. No, and you can be winning 11-0. It's irrelevant. No? I mean, what happens? You know, it's a 12-round fight, 8-round fight, whatever it is, for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gerard Hughes, to me, just seems as if he's running out of ideas here. He's trying gamely to come forward, just missing with the shots. And again, it's been far too easy for Farrell, who just ties up his man, spins off Hughes. And as we're seeing again, just landing nice, flashy combinations. This is good work, though, from Hughes.
He's having a go, isn't he, now?
Yeah,
he's letting his hands... It might be too late in the contest now, but he's trying to let his hands go a little bit more. And that might be that he just was worried he was going to gas out. He was trying to keep a little bit in reserve. But not the finishing line's not too far away now. He might be starting to be more adventurous.
He just needs to give himself that little bit of distance on the ropes, doesn't he? Just crowding his work a little bit.
Yeah, and so pushing on Farrell's not a bad thing, but again, like you said, just use that push to get the leverage to throw a shot off it. Not keep your body pushed onto the opponent, where you can turn your body into a shot.
Yeah, he's comfortable and in control. Rudan Farrell stepping forward to the centre of the ring, looking for the left hook. Nice left to the body, and again from Gerard Hughes, but every time he has success, back comes Farrell to get the last say in the arguments. Hughes looking for the 1-2 as he backs Farrell onto the ropes, but it's been the composure on the back foot from Farrell, along with the variation, the bag of tricks that he's shown has been very impressive.
Yeah, really trying to make a dent on it there. Hughes, but with that though, you're going to walk on the shots. You see there, a nice little lovely fluid uppercut there from Farrell. And I think fluid is the key word for Farrell, because everything's been fluid with his work. Nothing loading up, with the corner all nice and smooth.
Yeah, and he's got a great shot selection. You know, he's got a good few shots in his artillery, and he can work inside, outside, long range, short range. You know, like you say, he's managed to just get straight into his rhythm.
Well, if Gerard Hughes was ever to get a stoppage on his record, it would be now, in this contest, in this rematch between himself and Rudan Farrell.
Round 7.
2 rounds to go, and it's been the local man, Rudan Farrell, that's dominated the majority of this fight. Can't fault the effort from Hughes, but he's been second best.
He has, and a lot of it's to do with, I think he's just been too tense, too taut, and just not allowed to let his punches go. I think in the first fight his feet were a little bit too slow for him, but it hasn't been so much that problem, because I think Farrell's hasn't really darted in and out so much in this fight. He hasn't needed to.
That was a nice little combination from Gerard Hughes then. He threw a right uppercut, left hook upstairs and dropped one to the body. Oh, and good work again with that right hand off the ropes from Rudan Farrell.
Down with a good body shot there, didn't he? Hughes just kept his hands down. And Farrell duly obliged with that left hook.
And he'll be annoyed, I think, when he watches this back, Hughes. He's admired his work at times, and he's landed, as you say, Barry, some good shots, and he just gets caught with the shots coming back.
But he stayed nice and calm, hasn't he, Farrell? Always. Always felt like a man boxing right out of arrogance, that he's in control all the time, and if there was a bit of pressure on him, he'd get up the pace and do something a little bit different.
You feel a sense of chemistry between these two in this fight, can't you? You know, like, you can tell they've been in there before, and there's a bit of spite, and you know, they've got straight down to business, haven't they?
And maybe that's where the tense approach has come from Gerard Hughes. There has been a bit of need, or even going back to the first fight, it was controversial. Many fought that first fight, and lots of words exchanged in the build-up, and yeah, the year out of the ring, or almost a year, and he does look tense and just hasn't got down to work. And it's been the lead right hand of Farrell, and the variation, as we see there, starting downstairs, back upstairs. It's been very, very impressive.
Yeah, and when he lands with a good shot, then he follows it with the combination automatically. See it there again. Really good work. And again, Hughes is taking it, it's not hurting him, but it's, you know, Farrell's walking away with the rounds.
Yep, he does have 2 stoppages on the record. Rudan Farrell in the 8 fights that he's had. He hasn't troubled Hughes with any of his shots, but he's landed an awful lot of them. You can see the reddening of the face again of Hughes, the blood coming from the nose of Hughes. He's just walking onto a couple of jabs there, took 2 of those on the gloves, but again, impressive stuff from Rudan Farrell.
Yeah, look at the bounce in his step now as well, Farrell. Round 7, that's the last thing Hughes wants to see. The guy, you know, with more confidence, more energy than he should have.
I think what he does well as well, he'll throw a combination, then he'll just tie his man up and just win a little bit of a battle.
A nice little flurry of shots at the end of the 7th round there. They touch gloves, respect between the two. Shared 13 rounds together now, going into their 14th. And good work on the ropes from Farrell once again.
And that's a prime example there, because Hughes lands with the body shot, but Farrell is always looking to add to the assault, always looking to add an extra shot. No, and again, and all to do with just him being relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed. He's fluent. He's smooth with his punches, and even though there's not a lot of power in him, there's enough to push you back, enough to stop you working, and certainly enough to win him almost all the rounds. Let's be honest.
Can Gerard Hughes have his Conor Walker moment in this 8th and final round, down on the cards?
It's called the Conor Walker moment. That's not bad, is it?
I'll take that.
10 seconds.
He's not over till the fat lady sings.
Second tight, 8th, final round.
Yeah, spot on. It only takes a split second there, and that could be all she wrote, but that would be a real shock and a real upset. The way this fight has played out, it's been Rudan Farrell who's been in control.
Yeah, I think he's boxed a great fight, to be honest.
Yeah, and that lead hand has frustrated Hughes. Good variation with the shot, and he's also poked out the right hand on its own. I think that has troubled Hughes at times, the variation. He's coming on strong, he's trying. I'm sure there was a real war cry, rally cry in that corner of Hughes. Come on, you need to get the job done in this final round. You're down on the cards. But does he has the power? Does he have the know-how to finish the show?
Well, I don't think he obviously, he's not a guy who punches combination. You know, struggle with doing that, and when you don't train that way, you're not going to do it in a scenario.
Nice jab again, follows it up with another one, and there's the right hand from Farrell. They're arm shots, they're not hurtful shots, but they're scoring shots, they're frustrating shots if you're Gerard Hughes, who needs something big in this final round.
He's trying to, isn't he? He's trying to work the body there, Hughes, but again, as you've been saying, Conor, it's a little bit too close, isn't he?
Yeah, he just crowds it a little bit, just half a step back, and it'll help him out.
Just over 80 seconds here in the final round. We've been impressed with Farrell, who lands another right uppercut, and again he follows it up with a left hook, finishing this fight in fantastic fashion.
Oh, he turns the body in those shots again. You can feel those shots. He just turned the hips, uppercut, hook, uppercut. Yeah, it's good there from Hughes, though.
Yeah, nice right hand, little screw shot as well to finish it, but nothing to trouble Farrell, who gets back to work. Spinning his man, that's been impressive. Whether he's tied up Hughes or he's spun off the ropes.
Yeah, lovely work there, wasn't it, from Farrell? Nice fast combination again there, 4, 5, 6 punches, then pivoting off the ropes, centre of the ring. Look at this now, staying low, bobbing and weaving in front of Hughes. Doing a really good performance here from Farrell. Massive improvement on the first fight.
Yeah, absolutely. He really has. He believes he won that first fight. There's absolutely no doubt here in this 8th rounder, the final fight before the bell. He's closed the show and he's put this rivalry to bed, Conor Walker.
That was great. It's a great end to the fight. It's been a great fight.
Yep, the first fight was similar, grueling encounter. It was closer than this, but this time Rudan Farrell has boxed beautifully. He's learnt his lessons. He found the path to victory this time. The Irish super bantamweight champion looks at us here at ringside. Obviously respect between the two. That's 14 rounds that they've shared together now. A touch of gloves there. And it was just the variation, the know-how that was the difference.
Yeah, he boxed so well from the first round. He was the guy who came out, who looked to be the busier, who established that jab very, very early. Didn't use his height and reach maybe as much as we thought he could have and should have, but made it a better fight for it, and was still as effective as he was up close. It was in those first 3 or 4 rounds, was walking Hughes onto shots quite effectively. And then when he landed with one, and that was the key for him, when he landed with one shot, he would follow up with a combination every time. And when he got on the ropes, he would turn his body so he could get the fluency of the work, but then always spin off and get back to the centre of the ring. When Hughes was a little bit tense throughout the fight, trying to walk him down, but ultimately a few punches behind, and in the end, way behind on the scorecard, as you would suggest.
Well, let's get the decision of this, our final fight before the bell, and hand back over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eamon McGill requests a round of applause for both fighters, please. After 8 rounds of action here in Belfast, we go to his scorecard. It reads 79-73 for your winner. From Belfast, Ruyan El Nino Farrell.
Yeah, a nod of approval from Gerard Hughes. He knows he was second best in this contest. Rudan Farrell boxed really, really nicely throughout that contest. 79-73 on the scorecards, and you can see what it means to the local man, the reigning Irish super bantamweight champion. So that draws a close to before the bell here at the SSE Arena, and look at what we have coming your way in around 5 minutes, 7 p.m. live on DAZN. Tommy McCarthy versus Stephen Ward in a must-win cruiserweight contest. Kurt Walker versus Leon Woodstock. Craig Richards versus Paddy McCrory in the light heavyweight division. Must win for both there if they have aspirations to push on and get into the big fights once again. And then the final eliminator for the IBF World welterweight title, Lewis Crocker from Belfast, Paddy Donovan from Limerick. Join us at 7 for an absolute cracker of a card.